Hello everyone, welcome to Tennis Fan Video. Tennis Eala Effect scene at Indian Wells. As fans show up to watch Alex in practice, Manila updated. She has yet to see action at the BNP Paribas Open, but Filipina tennis star Alex Eala is already making headlines at Indian Wells. Eala, now ranked 31st in the world by the WTA, was touted as a fan favorite in a right up on the tournament's official website, with author Chris Otto highlighting her rapid rise in the past year. Alexandra Eala has become one of tennis' most delightfully unkempt secrets, wrote Otto, who praised the Filipina for her electric game, engaging personality, and the passion of her fan base. He noted the warm reception that Eala received during her first training session at Indian Wells, with fans gathering at practice court 6 to catch a glimpse of the Filipina. After her practice session on Monday, a large group gathered and chanted Eala's name as she moved across the players' lawn and passed into the players' lounge. Otto wrote, "It's the new reality for the rising talent. The Eala Effect is real and growing." For many in the crowd, it was a proud moment to see a Filipina compete in one of tennis' biggest tournaments. Indian Wells is widely considered as the 5th Grand Slam because of its strong field, world-class facilities, and the level of competition it attracts every year. "I've been coming to this tournament for 10 years. Now I finally have a Filipina out here," said one fan who watched the practice session. "We come here every year. Now we came here because she is also here," said another supporter. "We are in this together, win or lose." Eala practiced on Stadium Court 2 with WTA number 15 Madison Keys before logging another hour on an outside court alongside Romania's Jacqueline Christian, ranked number 35. She is set to open her campaign in the second round on Friday against the winner of the first round match between China's Jingai and Ukraine's Diana Yastremska. "To be living my dreams and playing in Indian Wells with a lot of people supporting me is something I've dreamed of since I was young," said Eala. Should she hurdle her opponent in the second round, Eala may be in line for a rematch against Coco Gauff, who soundly defeated Eala last month. The 20-year-old considers the American star both a fierce competitor and a role model. "I would love to play her again," said Eala of Gauff. "I think she's an incredible athlete and an incredible person, and she's a role model for a reason. Our last match was great. I think she played amazing, and I always learn a lot when I share the court with her, whether it's practice or a match. If we were ever to meet again, I would love to take those learnings and try to employ them on the court," she added. Ahead of her Indian Wells debut, Eala had competed in the Australian Open and reached the quarterfinals in Dubai just last month. "I think I have a lot of positives to take away. The atmosphere in each tournament has been amazing, and it's been a different start this year than any other year I've ever had. So I'm very happy with it," Eala said of her campaign so far in 2026. "Not just on the court, but as a person in general. I've matured a lot. I've gained a lot of experience at a much higher level than I used to compete. I'd like to say I'm a better version of myself now," she added. Tennis rising star turned a practice court into a phenomenon at Indian Wells in the hushed light of a sun-drenched California morning at one of tennis' most prestigious stages, the BNP Paribas Open. In Indian Wells, something unusual has been unfolding, not in the matches, not yet on the tournament scoreboard, but along the practice courts where the world's best prepare away from the cameras and grandstands. Here, amid flying balls and rhythmic flacks of racket against sweet spot, a crowd has been gathering, not for the top-seeded champions, not for the crowd favorites with Grand Slam titles, but for Alexandra Eala, the 20-year-old Filipina, whose very presence draws fans like a magnet. This is not just curiosity. This is the effect. glowing star. What is the Eala Effect? At its core, the Eala Effect describes a phenomenon rarely seen at a WTA 1000 event. Fans showing up for an early morning practice session simply because one player is on court, even before Ella has officially played her first point at Indian Wells. Spectators, including a huge contingent of Filipino tennis fans, have packed around the practice courts cheering and photographing every stroke. For many, it's reminiscent of following a major star's training routine. But this isn't just devoted supporters approximating fan behavior. It's something stronger and broader, a cultural moment, where others might wait for match day. These fans are here early, bringing the energy and enthusiasm of a packed stadium to a practice court. Philippines, a rising star from Southeast Asia. Ella's rise on the professional tennis circuit has been fascinating. Born to Filipino parents and trained in elite mice, she first captured international attention during a breakthrough run to the Miami Open semifinals, a performance that instantly signaled her arrival on the global stage. In the 52 weeks leading up to this Indian Wells campaign, Eala's star power has only intensified. Her blend of tactical intelligence, athleticism, and charisma, combined with a growing legion of supporters from the Philippines and the global Filipino diaspora, has transformed her into a player whose popularity sometimes seems to transcend her current ranking. Indeed, some commentators have even playfully compared her rise in fan interest to cultural phenomena beyond the sport itself, likening her star appeal to performers like Taylor Swift, whose concerts attract adoring crowds. Microphone. Why fans are turning up even at practice? So, what exactly is drawing these fans? It's a combination of characteristics that reach far beyond athletic performance. 1. A connection with fans. For many Filipino tennis lovers and fans across Asia, Ella isn't just a player. She's one of their own, breaking into a global sport long dominated by players from Europe, North America, and Australia. Seeing a compatriot or someone representing your culture succeed on the world stage ignites a passion that fuels attendance, community pride, and social buzz. 2. Social media magnetism. Ella's presence online, from endorsements to highlight reels and fan interactions, amplifies her profile far beyond what rankings might suggest. Her social media posts often rack up views and engagement, typical of mainstream celebrities, making her a familiar name even to casual sports fans. 3. A growing tennis legacy. Her journey from junior champion to top-seeded professional reflects ongoing progress. Watching her train isn't just a warm-up, it's witnessing the evolution of a tennis star. For fans who have followed her career, this has moments of intrigue that feel personal and significant. Stadium. The atmosphere. Practice court or mini arena. Normally, practice courts at big events are quiet, focused spaces where players refine serves and fine-tune strategy. Conversations between coaches and players, the muffled sound of balls bouncing on clay or hard court, and the occasional curious onlooker make them functional, not festive. But with Ella's sessions, that atmosphere has shifted dramatically. People line up early, cameras are out, revealing the Eala Effect at Indian Wells. Bold tennis fans flock to watch Alex's epic practice session. Indian Wells is buzzing, but it's not just the tournament that has everyone talking. It's the Alexandra Eala Effect, a magnetic presence on the practice courts that's pulling fans, journalists, and fellow players into a spectacle of sheer tennis artistry. Known for her fearless style and explosive shot making, Alexandra has been transforming practice sessions into must-see events, and this year's Indian Wells is no exception. As the morning sun kissed the California desert, the practice courts were already packed. Fans lined up, cameras ready, as Eala entered with the calm confidence of someone who knows exactly what she brings to the table. But this wasn't your average warm-up. It was a display of intensity, precision, and creativity that left everyone on edge. Every rally carried the energy of a match point. Every serve was launched like a statement. I am here, and I mean business. What makes the Eala effect so captivating isn't just the power. It's her approach, the way she reads the ball, anticipates movement, and executes daring angles that feel like they defy physics. Observers have described moments where time seems to slow, where a perfectly timed backhand down the line or a sudden drop shot elicits audible gasps from the crowd. For many fans, this is a glimpse into the mind of a rising tennis star who blends athleticism with artistry. And it's not only the fans who are paying attention. Coaches and players in the vicinity can't help but watch closely, taking mental notes, whispering among themselves. Even seasoned pros have been caught pausing mid-practice to admire the sheer audacity of her shot selection. There's an unmistakable aura of inspiration that radiates from Eala, a silent challenge to anyone watching. Push harder, think smarter, play bolder. Social media has exploded as clips of her practice spread like wildfire. Highlights of scorching forehands, lightning quick footwork, and sneaky drop shots are racking up views, with hashtags like #Eala Effect trending. Commentators call it a masterclass in preparation and practice that feels like the main event. Fans from around the world are planning their trips just to witness the phenomenon in person, hoping to catch that rare blend of intensity and elegance. For Alexandra, it's all part of her journey. She smiles through the grind, welcoming the energy, but staying focused on her mission to translate practice brilliance into match-winning magic. The Eala effect isn't just hype, it's a statement, a promise that boldness, creativity, and fearlessness are what define the new wave of tennis. As Indian Wells unfolds, all eyes are on Alexandra Eala, and the world is watching, ready to see if the magic of her practice sessions will turn into tournament triumphs. One thing is certain, wherever she steps, the Eala effect follows, leaving fans inspired and tennis courts electrified. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.